Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. For today's video, we've traveled all the way up to Plymouth, Michigan to the home of Roush to check out their all-new 2017 Stage 3 Mustang. In this review, we'll start it up, show the engine, get an exhaust clip, and go over the performance data, take it on a thorough drive, talk about what makes the Roush models different from your typical Mustangs, and show you many of the unique aspects throughout the interior as well as exterior. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on in, start her up, let her run. A special mention to the M1 Concours in Pontiac, Michigan for allowing us to use their track today. For more information about the facility, including contact info and services offered, be sure to check out their website provided in the description box below. Like I've talked about in prior Mustang reviews, a remote access smart key system comes as standard equipment. So as long as you have the key fob on you, you can walk up to the car and use the touch sensors on the driver and passenger side door to lock and unlock the vehicle. Once you're inside, push button ignition is also standard. In this car with the manual, of course, you just put your foot on the clutch and just hit the console mounted button to go. Since 1995, Roush has been a leader in aftermarket performance parts and styling upgrades. With a primary focus on Ford products, they offer quite a range of accessories from simple bolt-ons to full conversions and even custom interiors. Based in Michigan, much of their work revolves around Mustang, but they also have a vast catalog for the Focus and F-150. The latter includes things from suspension upgrades and appearance packages to superchargers that pump out 600 horsepower and 557 pound-feet of torque. Performance is one thing, but I was even more impressed by the level of detail and care Roush puts into each of their products. Vehicles travel down assembly lines similar to what you would see from a full-blown automotive manufacturer, while skilled technicians tackle different facets of each build via their own dedicated stations. For a Stage 3 Mustang, it takes around 35 hours of build time. Upon completion, everything must pass through a rigorous quality assurance program to ensure all work is done at OE levels of quality, fit, and finish. They offer 4 main models of Mustang: the RS, RS1, RS2, and RS3. The V6 powered RS represents the entry point, while the RS1 or Stage 1 is powered by the EcoBoost 4-cylinder. The RS2 and RS3, or Stage 2 and Stage 3 respectively, are the V8 models, with the latter being the supercharged variant, offering a level of power and performance that rivals some of the best muscle and sports cars for sale currently. Aside from powertrain and suspension upgrades, Roush cars receive a complete styling makeover. The cosmetic upgrades are pretty similar across the board, with some subtle variations depending on the stage and whether you're working with a fastback or a convertible. Each of the components you see are manufactured in-house, including but not limited to the fascias, aero aids, wheels, and scoops. Collectively, the changes are very well executed and give Roush cars a unique identity that's not over the top but is notably more aggressive and purposeful than your standard Mustang. Beginning with the front, the fascia features a deeper chin spoiler and larger grille openings to improve airflow to the engine and radiator. The upper grille is composed of horizontal black bars with a badge off to the right to indicate the stage. New LED fog lamps can be found within the lower grille opening, which frees up room to control the flow of air to the narrow inlets at the outer edges of the fascia. Like factory Mustangs, the inlets channel air around the front wheels to improve aerodynamics and reduce turbulence. Across the sides, the skirts benefit from little winglets towards the rear. In addition to new hood louvers, additional scoops are added to the middle of the hood and body sides, while the gloss black quarter window scoops you see on this example are an optional extra for the fastback only. In the rear, when you opt for any one of Roush's quad-tipped exhaust systems, you also get a unique rear valence and a more pronounced diffuser. Fastbacks also receive a rear deck lid spoiler. In between the tail lamps, the blackout panel features stealthy Roush lettering. Lastly, there's an array of unique badging and graphics to further emphasize that you're looking at a Roush product. The Stage 3 graphics package is available with your choice between a dual slash or hockey stripe style. The package includes side and hood graphics with Roush charged power dome accents. As far as pricing, an RS Mustang equipped with the V6 starts below $30,000. Ford's original MSRP for our tester was $41,525. It's a GT Premium that was equipped with the optional performance package. The complete Stage 3 package retails at $19,500. With an additional $10,169 of optional equipment, including a $1,700 gas guzzler tax and a $1,000 destination fee, the total MSRP for what you see here comes out to $72,194. For more information regarding all of the parts you've seen in this video, or whether you want to custom build a vehicle via Roush's online configurator, check out RoushPerformance.com. Roush offers their own line of custom wheels for the Mustang, including cast and forged aluminum options and a variety of finishes. With the Stage 3 package, 20-inch Quicksilver painted alloys are standard. This example is equipped with the forged 20-inch Palladium gray wheels. Along with being lighter and stronger than the cast wheels, they're also wider, measuring 9.5 inches wide in front and 11 inches wide in the rear. They're wrapped in 275/35 high-performance Cooper tires at each corner. Roush claims that a Stage 3 Mustang can pull over 1.07 G of lateral acceleration, which is notably improved over a stock GT. Out on the track, that grip is even more apparent. Considering how much power this thing is putting to the ground, it stays very well planted and has excellent traction under harder acceleration. Compared to, say, a Hellcat, you can definitely tell this car weighs a lot less. It's very responsive steering inputs, doesn't deliver a whole lot of road feel, but it's very easy to toss around, especially around a tight corner. Of course, with a bit more throttle, you can easily slide the tail out for some added fun. Roush did state that they will be fitting larger tires in the following model year, which should offer even more grip. All new Mustangs feature selectable effort electric-assisted rack and pinion steering, which allows drivers to be able to select between 3 different modes, including comfort, normal, and sport, to firm up the steering on demand. It's all routed through a beautifully detailed 3-spoke leather-wrapped multifunction steering wheel trimmed in plenty of bright work. Modest grip bolsters can be found at 10 and 2. Mustang premium models, including the EcoBoost and the GT, offer 4 selectable modes, including Normal, Sport Plus, Track, and Snow Wet. Entry models, including the V6, don't have quite this level of electronic gadgetry or the bright silver toggle switches, but they do retain the adjustable steering. Exploring the toggles from the left, you have hazards, traction control, adjustable steering, and drive modes. If you hold the traction control toggle for a few seconds or so, you can also completely disable it. In normal mode, which is the default day-to-day setting, the car delivers a balance of handling and long-term comfort. Activating Sport Plus leads to more responsive steering and greater throttle response. When equipped with the automatic gearbox, lower gears are held longer for more responsive acceleration on demand. Track mode alters the stability system to approach the very limits of performance and handling on the track. Activating Snow Wet mode puts a priority on stability and safety, keeping the car planted during negligent road conditions. As far as the brakes, Roush cars retain all of the original equipment fitted by Ford. The V6 and EcoBoost models use 12.6-inch rotors in each corner. They're clamped by 2 piston calipers in front and single piston calipers in the rear. Available in the EcoBoost are larger 13.9-inch front rotors with 4 piston calipers and 13-inch rear rotors with single piston calipers. Those brakes also make up the standard GT setup unless you opt for the performance package, which comes with even larger 15-inch discs in front and beefy 6-piston Brembo calipers. The latter is what you'll find on this example, which should allow the Stage 3 to stop from 60 miles an hour in less than 110 feet. Of course, handling for the Gen 6 Mustang took a big leap with the introduction of the new aluminum-intensive integral link rear suspension setup to replace the antiquated live axle. Up front is an independent McPherson strut setup. Roush races the handling limits through the addition of one-way height-adjustable coilovers at each corner, which allows for full control over rebound and damping. They also lower ride height by about 1.5 inches in front and 1 inch in the rear for a more planted and road-hugging stance. If more adjustability is desired, Roush's TrackPack 3-way coilovers are available as an option. In general, the Mustang's new suspension geometry generates twice as much anti-squat and anti-lift force to balance pitch and roll no matter if under heavy acceleration or braking. For a Roush Mustang, the pinnacle of performance comes from a V8 equipped at the Stage 3 package. In addition to everything else we've talked about so far, the most important addition is a revised 2.3-liter twin vortex supercharger to deliver a serious boost of power and performance over a stock GT. Changes include higher flowing inlet and outlet ports that significantly enhances thermal efficiency over previous iterations. It also allows for greater volumetric capacity at higher RPMs. All Mustangs are currently offered with either a Getrag 6-speed manual gearbox or a Select Shift 6-speed automatic that features steering wheel paddle shifters and rev-matching downshifts. It goes without saying that the manual is the best way to extract every ounce of fun from this car, as it combines a light clutch with minimal shift effort and responsive behavior. Power is sent to the rear wheels through a limited slip differential with torque vectoring. Ford offers a variety of rear axle ratios that vary between powertrain options. Performance packages for the EcoBoost and GT shorten the ratios even further for livelier acceleration. Roush added heavier duty half shafts to withstand the massive increase in power. Line lock and launch control are also included. The supercharger is made by Eaton and features Roush-specific programming and application-specific fuel injectors. With regards to emissions, it's now legal in all 50 states, and it does not void Ford's factory warranty. The V8's general design remains the same as a normal GT. Along with having an aluminum block and aluminum heads, there's dual overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder, dual variable valve timing, forged connecting rods, and a forged steel crankshaft. While the Coyote has been powering the GT since 2011, Ford implemented a host of revisions for 2015 to improve cooling, emissions, and of course, performance. All of those specifics can be found in my review of the GT Premium. The supercharger makes a huge difference with how this car drives, and it raises output to a total of 670 horsepower and 545 pound-feet of torque. That's more horsepower per liter than any other American OE muscle car in the market. It's also 235 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque more than what you would get out of a stock GT. As amazing as that sounds, if that's not quite enough, Roush also offers a Phase 2 supercharger that raises output to 727 horsepower and 610 pound-feet of torque. A stock GT can hit 60 miles an hour in about 4.5 seconds. Depending on the tire and suspension setup, a Stage 3 Mustang with a Phase 1 supercharger should be able to hit 60 in less than 3.5 seconds and fly past a quarter mile in just 10.84 seconds. Taking into consideration how much horsepower and performance you get for the price, it's a fantastic value. If you're considering purchasing a Challenger Hellcat or the upcoming Camaro ZL1, I'd highly suggest trying out one of these Stage 3 Mustangs first. It's an equally visceral experience that never fails to leave you grinning from ear to ear. A must-have option though would be the active exhaust system, as you can keep the car quiet or loud as you deem fit. When set to track mode, it's as menacing as it gets without sacrificing refinement. Of course, I'll talk about all of the details and sound comparison clips and everything in my pure sound overview. There's no annoying drone, just a wonderful supercharged symphony at all engine speeds. Premium fuel is required and is carried within a 16-gallon tank. EPA estimates for our tester range between 13 miles per gallon in the city and 23 miles per gallon on the highway. Expect an average of around 16 miles per gallon. Ford did a fantastic job with the interior of the new Mustang. Regardless of the trim level and engine choice, the overall quality of materials used and the general feel of the cabin is much improved over the previous generation. One thing I really appreciate are the additional touches of padding material and the higher quality leather used in premium models. Noise, vibrations, and harshness have also been reduced, making it a much more pleasant environment to be in. Fortunately, the retro-inspired double-hooded dash continues, but it's now accented by genuine aluminum trim that spans across the width of the dash and down the sides, a trait reminiscent to the 1967 Mustang. The ergonomics have also been improved to make things easier to reach and control. Compared to the Camaro and Challenger, the Mustang's outward visibility is class-leading. All Roush Mustangs come with their own unique interior appointments, including a Roush medallion on the dash, a new instrument cluster, embroidered floor mats, and door sill plates. When upfitting a performance package equipped car like our Tester, the center dash gauges are also swapped out for Roush specific units, including one for boost pressure. This example is fully loaded with all of the additional a la carte options, the most significant being the custom Roush leather upholstery. Along with red accent stitching, there's perforated microfiber inserts that provide proper ventilation needed for the available heated and cooled seats. They're just as comfortable and supportive as the stock seats, but with a unique styling twist. Partial power adjustment for the seats and lumbar for the driver is standard on premium models. Manually adjusting Recaro bucket seats are available if you're looking for an extra degree of lateral support and grip. Of course, the Recaros are available with the Roush leather treatment as well. Other optional extras equipped here is the black and white shifter ball and the billet performance pedals. As far as storage space, there's door pockets, a center console cubby, and a generous locking glove box. With regards to safety, there's 8 airbags in total, twice as many as the previous Mustang, including driver and passenger knee airbags. Ford also offers a suite of available safety tech such as adaptive cruise, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and rain sensing wipers. If you'd like more of an in-depth look at how a lot of the features work in the new Mustangs, be sure to check out some of my reviews found in the top right hand corner of this video. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if she sounds both sitting still and on the road. Of course, I'll go more in depth during my pure sound with different, camera angles, GoPros, all the way around the car and everything. So when that video is live, the link will be in the top right hand corner of the video. So let's go ahead and get started. Out back, the Mustang Fastback has 13.5 cubic feet of cargo space. If you need to stow longer items, the back seat also has the ability to fold down. What I wanted to really cover the most here is the trunk-mounted toolkit that Roush offers. In fact, it was one of their first products to ever come out for Mustangs. It includes high-quality wrenches and a 3/8-inch socket set for the most common bolt sizes on all Gen 6 Mustangs from, 2015 through 2017. Also, there's a flashlight, tire depth gauge, needle nose and slip joint pliers, a tire pressure gauge, mechanics gloves, and a multi-bit screwdriver. It's a pretty nice setup that's mounted directly to the trunk lid so it doesn't take up any storage space. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed the in-depth look at the 2017 Roush Stage 3 Mustang. Be sure to stay tuned next time, subscribe today, there's always a lot more where that came from. Take care everyone.